Sabrina Walker here, helping you make your dreams come true. Okay, coming at you for day 3. This is gonna be amazing. For all of you joining me live, thank you. For all of you watching the replay, thank you too. I'm gonna need a second here just to share this over to the pages so we can welcome the community of amazing people who lead amazing lives. So we are starting a little bit early today. It is beautiful here in my backyard. Let's see. Okay, let me just share this. Share it real quick. Share it with the peoples. I'm getting good. I'm learning. We learning here. We'll give people a few just to jump on. Just sharing it real quick. Yep. Let's post this bad boy. Okay, it was shared. Thanks for joining me. It is super duper hot and sweaty out here. Yes, it is. Welcome to Boston weather. So, today we are going to talk about, let me see my little cheat sheet here. So let's go back to day 1. So do a quick recap, right? This is day 3 of a 7-day series of how to get into soul alignment with your heart, your head, your soul, all those amazing things. So the first day we did a pre-party. If you've seen the pre-party, you rock. If not, go watch the replay. A lot of the content is just random thoughts from my soul. They are experiences I've been through and all of that good stuff. So I have like short little bullet points of things that I do want to talk about in specific topics so I don't get off topic, but a lot of it is just whatever comes through me in the moment. So let me click on this little post here to make sure you can hear me so I don't get off topic. There we go. Say hi if you're joining me. I would love to see who is online because Facebook does not tell me on my screen. So make sure you say hi, I'm here, where you're tuning in from, what your expectation is for this live stream, because I am here to serve you and want to help you get clarity on whatever it is you want. So day 1, we talked about what is alignment. Day 2, we talked about what is not alignment. And we also got into how to get into alignment yesterday. I gave you some journal prompts, or if you'd like to just call them questions, for you to kind of get clarity, for you to write down if you were the person that you wanted to be, right? And how to get clarity on that. Then how would you be showing up every day, right? What feelings would you have if you were already that person? So that's what we talked about yesterday. So if you're looking for clarity on that, make sure you tune in to yesterday's replay. But today we are talking about where am I not congruent? So that's the topic for today. Depending on how far we get with that, we could jump into the next one. But from where you are in all of the journal prompts that you've been answering, and by now you should have like a whole just journal full of multiple pages or a notebook full of multiple pages of all the questions that you've been asking. Now, if you haven't been answering the questions, there is no way for you to get results with this stuff that I'm sharing with you. And that's not good, because I don't want to waste your time, and I'm sure you just don't just want to consume information for the purpose of consuming information. You want to get results, right? Results-driven actions. So at this point, yesterday, you identified goals, you identified desires of your heart, You identified feelings that you wanted to feel. You've identified what your physical surroundings should look like, I hope, and how you want to feel in these physical surroundings. Everything's a feeling. As you can tell, I'm focusing a lot on what are you feeling, not necessarily what are you doing. The feeling part is the biggest part because that's what comes from the soul. How does that make me feel? You either feel good or you don't feel good. You either feel in alignment or you don't feel in alignment. So this whole 7-day free live stream series is all about how to get into soul alignment, how to feel good. It's not right or wrong, it's how to feel good. And then we ended up with some powerful I am statements. I am prosperous because ... I am amazing because I take good care of myself. So these are statements that are future tense that are based upon you achieving the results that you want to reach, that you want to achieve, right? So these are results that make you feel good, right? I feel proud because I have disciplined myself to make my bed every day, right? So these are feelings and these are statements. I am statements. I am an amazing mom. I am an amazing leader. Whatever it is that you're looking to attract in the first things, right? When you identified your goals and your desires, those will align with the I am statements. So hope that makes sense. Now I want to talk about is the gaps. So where you have these statements and where you have these gaps, there's stuff in between, and depending on who you are right now and where you want to go and who you want to become, depending on how big or small that gap is, will determine how you feel, will determine how much work you have to do to get there, will determine how much mindset you need to really be in and create for yourself to get in alignment with that. So when you have a small gap, you can change pretty quickly, right? You can change your mindset. It may be one thing that you have to tweak. But if there's a big gap to where you are now, to where you want to be or who you want to be, then there's a lot of work that has to be done in between. And that could be through a coach, that could be through a mentor, that could be on your own. I do always recommend getting a coach, getting a mentor, getting someone that can help you kind of bypass like at least 6 months, maybe even a year of your time if you're trying to figure out it all by yourself. Find someone that's amazing for you. Okay, so look at what you're doing now and where you want to be and fill in the gaps. So what I like to do, how I do this, is I draw a circle, boop, and then I draw a line going this way if I'm doing this the right way, and then I draw another circle. I put point A, and then the line's there, and then point B. And then on that line, I'll put like 5 little dashes, right? Vertical dashes on that timeline. And I say, okay, if I'm here at point A and I want to get to point B, what steps do I need to take? Oh, there's an ant on me. What steps do I need to take to get to point B? And the best way to do this is work from point B and go backwards. I found that to be the easiest thing because we tend to know the end result, right? We know what we want to be, or who we want to be, or what we want to achieve. But if we work backwards, it's a lot easier to figure out, oh, I need to do this. Oh, and then I need to do this. So you can do it either way you want, working from point A to point B or point B to point A on that timeline. But when you start listing out the steps, and if they don't come to you, that's okay. Don't you worry. They will come to you. So this may be an exercise where you have to just write out one step for now until you get more clarity, or maybe you do some research on that step, and then it becomes apparent to you as to what the next step is. So in those 5 little dashes, There could be more coming up, who knows. Give yourself, you know, some time and some space in those dashes to really just list out the steps. So when you have a linear point A to point B representation of where you're looking to go, things become a lot clearer. Things become more apparent as to the steps that you need to take. And what I like to do is when I do these little charts, these chartings of these linear graphs, I like to look at the steps, right? So if you're at A and you have a first step after working backwards, then you can say, okay, what do I need to do to accomplish this first step, right? And in that first step, you may have little tiny milestones. So to help break it down, I truly believe in breaking things down, chunking it up, because when you have a big timeline, and if you have a lot of these hashtags and like big goals to reach to get to the final goal, there's milestones in between of these two goals, right? So what I then do is draw another line from point to A. And then for that little hashtag, I'll put, okay, this is where it's at. Well, how do I accomplish this? And then I'll do little ones in between to where you're really chunking it down to potentially where you could take at least one step each day towards knocking down those sub chunks. And once you knock down those sub chunks, you finally accomplish that first chunk on that main timeline. So I hope that makes sense. I don't have a pen and paper in here and all that good stuff to draw it out for you, but I hope I explained it to where you can understand. So that's where you learn about not being congruent in how you're living and how to get to where you want to live by doing those type of timelines. Now, yesterday we talked about the what if exercises, right? So what if I was feeling amazing? What if I had the results of what I already want to achieve? How would I be living? How would I be showing up every day? This just reminded me of a conversation that I had with a coaching client at one point. And she said to me, Sabrina, I want to make, hello, hi Penny, hello mother. She said, Sabrina, I want to make $10,000 a month. And I say, okay, that's great. I love the goal. And I said, where are you at now? She's like, well, I'm making $1,000 a month, you know, doing my own thing online, but I want more. I said, okay. So I said, what would someone who makes $10,000 a month, what would their mindset be? And then she went on, oh, this is how it would be, this is how it would be. And I said, okay, well, what's your mindset on that? And then it was like, explosions going off. It was just silence for a while. And she's like, ah, okay. And then I said to her, and I asked her, what would someone who is a $10,000 per month earner be doing? And then she gave me all this list of all these things that she thinks someone making $10,000 a month would be doing. I said, okay, that's great. You've identified it. And then I asked her, right? I'm sure you know what the next question is, are you doing these things? And again, quiet. She's like, no, I'm not. So again, when you put yourself in the mindset of, I want to become this, and I want to achieve this, I have to ask you, are you doing the things that that person of that caliber would be doing? Are you in the mindset of that person who has achieved that stuff? And if you're not, then that's the perfect place for you to start. Because if you're looking to figure out how to make X amount of money per month, whatever it is, you need to go and find and do what those people are doing, right? If you want the results of those, you have to be willing to put the work in and do the work that they have done to get there. So that was like an aha moment. That was a great coaching call. After that, she just totally blew it out of the water. She's just killing it now out there. So yay, shout out to her, but not saying any names or anything. But it was great. It was a great aha moment for her to see that, again, Where are you not congruent? Where are the gaps? What gaps do you have to start closing in on to really get the results that you're looking to achieve? Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to go into the next topic, which is a 3-step success plan. And this is based on an exercise. It's simple 3 steps. And this is something that you can do at any moment. And this is something that will provide clarity and will help you get into the state of manifesting it, will help you get into the higher vibe energy state of having those things come to you, right? So we talked about, I'm trying to clear my comments here. Perfect. So we talked about, there's things falling from the tree everywhere. It's fabulous. I need a drink. 1 second, please. Okie dokie. So I think it was day 2. We talked about energy levels. We talked about frequency levels. And we talked about raising your energy levels to match what you want. So there are things called energetic minimums. Energetic minimums having to do with, it could be financials, it could be relationships, it could be anything really. But you have a minimum threshold that you can hit without saying, holy crap, like something needs to change, right? And we also have a maximum. So in between that energetic maximum and minimum, that is where we live. They're all different for each person. And, you know, as you kind of move up the success ladder, your minimums will increase. Makes sense. So, as you, how can I say this here? Ooh, all these people, all these things popping up. Hello, everybody joining. Thank you. Thanks for joining my show. So as you continue to increase and as you continue to dream about the things you want to dream, it's important that you increase those energetic minimums to go to a higher level. So here's the 3-step success plan. Ready? You got a pen, you got a paper, you ready to write this down? The first one is focus on the outcome. So never focus where you're at. Never focus on the current moment. Never focus on your past. So whatever outcome you want, by focusing on that, you will attract more of it. That's your outcome. The more energy that you give to what you're wanting, not what you're not wanting, the more energy you give to what you're wanting, you will bring closer to you. You will bring upon yourself. It will just like magically show up over time, the more energy you give it. So once you think about a thought for more than 16 seconds, just thinking about a thought, at that 17th second, it starts to create momentum. Momentum in your head, momentum in the world, in the universe, energy, all that good stuff. So if you can hold on to that thought, if you can hold on to that vibration that you're excited about and this outcome that you're excited about, if you can do that for at least 68 seconds, then you're now just full throttle in this manifestation state. So it has to do with the law of attraction, but it goes the same for negative thoughts. So if you focus on something negative for 17 seconds, you're creating momentum negatively, unfortunately, right? So if you're thinking about finances, if you're thinking about a relationship that isn't going too good, if you're thinking about how horrible your body looks in the mirror, if you're thinking about these negative things, and you sit and dwell on it for 17 seconds, you're now in a state of momentum, which then leads to other negative thoughts, right? It's just like a snowball. You start with this one for 17 seconds, and then boom, you're on to the next one, and then the next one. I do not want you focusing on the negative, which is the past, maybe even the present moment. So step 1 is focus on the outcome for longer than 17 seconds to give it momentum and just keep on creating more positive thoughts about that momentum and that outcome, and it will just come to you faster. That's the truth. The second one is create the belief. Now, you can have thoughts in your head, and here's the thing with beliefs. A belief is just a bunch of thoughts in your head. So thoughts create beliefs. So once you have all of these amazing thoughts in your head and you think about them and like you're creating momentum behind them, it then creates a belief. So once that belief has been established, you're kind of rewriting your subconscious, right? It's now a belief. You believe in it. Even if someone tells you down the street, like, that's not true, you're ugly, all these horrible things that kids in the world and other people say at times. Once you're standing strong in your belief, you no longer believe those things, right? Because you've created a new belief internally. And that's the power of the I am statements. Those powerful I am statements will help you focus on the outcome that you want. They're all directly correlated. And then it will help you create the belief that you need to have to stand strong on it and to feel good about it and to be inspired by it. Those are the types of things that world changers do. Those are the types of things that people who have a message that want to share with the world can do, because they believe in themselves, they believe in their message, they're excited to get up in the morning, they're excited to share right now on Facebook with the energy in the videos or wherever you're watching this replay. It could be YouTube, it could be iTunes, wherever it is. This message will reach everywhere. Truly know and believe. And as I continue to grow, as you continue to grow, your message will impact many, many, many people. And then you become one of those people. You can see all this stuff flying down. You become one of those people to really help change the world for the better, and to use your communication to just change the world. So step one, focus on the outcome, right? 17 seconds plus, create that momentum, keep it going for at least 68 seconds, which is a minute plus 8 seconds. The longer you can keep that momentum, the more energy you're attracting to it. Create the belief. Multiple thoughts will create the belief. And then the last one, step 3, is do the action. So as you're having these thoughts, as they're turning into beliefs, you're going to have thoughts in your head that are going to say, oh, here's an idea what I should do. Okay. So that will like pop up, and then that will kind of just like mist away in the wind. And then another idea will pop up over here, and that will kind of just go away in the wind. So once you start creating the momentum and you're focusing on your outcome and what you want to do, and then now these beliefs are happening, you will be in a position to where your ideas are flowing. Your ideas cannot stop. And you're just having an idea when you're over here, you're having an idea over here, you're having an idea when you're talking to someone, and all of these ideas are just gonna come to you. So you just gotta act on them. If you can't act on them in that moment, you gotta write them down. But again, I said this on, I think, the first live stream. If you have an idea and you don't act on it in the moment, it will lose some of its force. It will lose some of its excitement. It will lose some of its energy, and it won't be as potent as it was when it first came. So you'll notice, I'm sure, which you've done in life, and I have too, I have notebooks, right? Ideas, and they're all amazing ideas, right? And they were amazing at the time, and then you go back a day later, a week later, maybe even a month later, and you're just like, I wonder what I meant when I wrote that down. I wonder what that had to do with when I wrote down. And that's an exact example. What I mean when I'm saying it loses its potency. It's not as strong. It's not as like, yes, this is amazing. It loses a lot of that energy. So do the action. You got to do the action in the moment. The Power of Now. Great book by Eckhart Tolle. The Power of Now. The power of just getting it done. When you have thoughts, just do it. The Power of Now. Those thoughts are there for a reason. Not the negative ones. Don't do those. No. But the ideas and the concepts and things that come to your mind, like, they're placed there. They're there for you to take action on. And if you don't take action on it, that idea is going to hop to other people who will take action on it. So take action on your ideas. So the 3-step success plan, let's go through it one more time. Focus on the outcome, create the belief, which will happen automatically once you start focusing on the outcome more and more and more, and then do the action. Just do the damn thing. I just wrote a blog post about this a couple days ago, so head over to my blog to check it out, sabrinawalkershow.com. I think it actually was entitled, Just Do the Damn Thing. And I talk about just taking action. So this is me taking action on my dreams. This is me taking action on showing up for you. This is me disciplining myself to be here for you. This is me allowing myself to grow for you, right? We all have purposes, and it all starts with discipline. It all starts with consistency. That's another good word. And we have those, right? Like when you get up in the morning and you just know to like go to the bathroom and just start brushing your teeth, like that's a normal thing. You don't have to think about it. Like you just do it. It's just a process, right? It's subconsciously, it's consistency and it's discipline that you've learned throughout the years, hopefully, at least to brush your teeth, to do every morning, right? You don't have to think about it. Maybe you go downstairs or maybe you go, to your kitchen and you pour some coffee. That could be a unconscious thing that you do every day. So look at these things that you do unconsciously, right? It's just like automatic. You're an automatic. Like we breathe, and then we're driving a car. Like we don't have to think about driving anymore. We want to watch our surroundings, but like, do we use our right foot or our left foot to push on the gas? Which way do we turn the wheel? It's totally subconscious because we've done it over and over and over again. So when you focus on the when you focus on the outcome and you have these new beliefs and you really just start believing in those beliefs and having faith and trusting yourself that these beliefs are the right beliefs, then the ideas and the how-tos will come to you automatically. It's not something you have to sit down and figure out. They will come to you. They will show up. We have an amazing thing called the brain. And how it works is when we have questions, we ask our thoughts, or we kind of just say, oh, how do you do this? And sometimes we'll go to Google and we'll type it in. But most of the times we don't need to, because everything is internal. All the answers we need are in the inside. So your brain is like Google. You start asking questions, and then alerts coming up here. You start asking questions, and then they automatically answers and ideas and all these things just start popping up. So as you're going through these questions, don't try to figure out the how. This is not about the how. This is about feelings. This is about who you want to become. Don't worry about the hows. Okay, so here's an example of some action statements. Now, step number 3 is do the action, right? So the outcome action that we're looking to take, the outcome. So what we'll do is, I like to list these out in sentences. The outcome, right? The belief, and then the action. So the outcome, my long-term savings are increasing weekly. That's the outcome, right? The belief, it's safe to have extra money and to grow my savings. Having money in savings and growing my savings allows me to be more creative, receive more, and help more people. That's the belief, right? And then the action is to set up a small automated weekly savings amount and increase it every 2 weeks. That's the action to take. So again, outcome, have like a line. Belief, have like a line. and the action have like a line. And then you fill those out. Focus on the outcome. What do you want? My long-term savings are increasing weekly, right? So you'll see that it's done like it's past. It's the past. It says my long-term savings are increasing weekly. So that's like in the moment, not necessarily in the past, or have increased weekly when you're doing that. But that's the outcome that you want. You know, I'm an amazing mother. I can be, do, and have it all. That's very generic, but you want to have something specific, right? I am 20 pounds lighter if you're looking to lose weight. If you, I have found the best job in Chicago that pays me X amount per year. Whatever it is, and then your belief. What do you have to believe to get there? What is your new belief that aligns to your outcome? And then your action. What is your action step that you need to take? Okay. What do we got going on here? My computer is about to die. Awesome. So, I think we're good. Do we have any questions? Any questions? No. All right. It is 1,000 degrees out here. And this lovely, icky, no, I'm just kidding, it's not icky. It's just like a little humid. Yeah, it's definitely humid. I had to put myself in the shade because over there in the sun is a whole nother world. So that concludes day 3. And we will be back tomorrow for day 4, which is exciting. I don't know where we'll be at tomorrow, day 4. We'll be streaming somewhere new. We'll see what hotspot is the picks for tomorrow. But thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to this amazing training content that I have mapped out for you. And I have no surprises for today. So I will let you go. This has been an amazing time with you and me together. So I will see you tomorrow, same place, same time. If you are watching the replay, what are some of your outcomes that you're looking to create? What type of life? Who do you want to be? In the inside, who is it? You're already this person. You just have to bring this person out. So when I say like, who do you want to be? It's not a character you have to come up with and say, oh, I think I want that and that. It's, this is who I am in the inside, but I'm not letting that person out, okay? So, signing off for today. Hope to see you tomorrow for day 4. Don't forget, you can be, do, and have it all.